The big preview and predictions. This is Premier League Match Day 1 predictions. Welcome back to Black Margot Media, the heartbeat of the game. The wait is finally over. The 2026-2027 Premier League season is here, and Match Day 1 is bringing us the fascinating fixtures across Friday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday. Arsenal begins their title defense against newly promoted Coventry City. Manchester United travel to newly promoted Hull City, and Liverpool face a difficult trip to Newcastle. Manchester City welcomes Bournemouth. Tottenham visit Brentford, while Chelsea, being the Xavi Alonso era, away at Fulham. The Premier League's official match week predictor confirms there are 10 opening weekend fixtures, with predictions remaining open until each match kickoff. So today on Black Margot Media, we are going through every match day 1 fixture, looking at a major storyline and giving our predicted lineups. Let's get into it. First things first. Arsenal versus Coventry City. This is the opener of this season. It is Arsenal versus Coventry City, which is going to be today, the 21st of August. The champions open the season it is going to be tomorrow, the 21st of August, Friday. The champions open the season at Emirates against Coventry. This is a fascinating contrast. Arsenal are the defending Premier League title champions in more than 2 decades, while Coventry are returning to the top flight after 25 years. Mikel Arteta's side will be overwhelming favorites, and Arsenal have the superior squad, home advantage, Champions League experience, and considerably more Premier League experience. But of course, Coventry City won't simply come to London to make up the numbers. Frank Lampard's team earned promotion after an outstanding championship campaign, and they will be desperate to make a statement. The biggest question is whether Coventry can survive Arsenal's pressure. Black Margot Media predictions for Arsenal versus Coventry is 3-0. Even in the previous video, I gave that prediction. If you didn't watch that video, maybe you haven't subscribed, you didn't get the notification. So I remind you to turn on the notification, subscribe and like the video, share the video to all other people such that this podcast grows. Let's go to Hull City versus Manchester United. This game is going to be on 22nd August on Saturday. Manchester United will begin their campaign away at newly promoted Hull City. This is an intriguing fixture because Manchester United have an enormous expectation. Michael Carrick is entering his first full season as Manchester United manager, and the pressure will be immediate. Hull, meanwhile, will be playing in the Premier League match after promotion. United should have a greater individual quality, but away games against promoted sides can be dangerous. Hull City will be aggressive. The crowd will be behind them, and United will need to start quickly. But of course, nevertheless, our predictions, according to this, Hull City 1, Manchester United 2. So here I predict Manchester United to win. So the next game is Everton versus Crystal Palace. This could be one of the most difficult matches to predict. Everton want to use home advantage to begin strongly. Crystal Palace, however, have enough quality to cause problems. The match could become tactically better become a tactical battle rather than an opening contest. Neither side will want to close their opening game, and that could produce cautions. But nevertheless, our predictions here: Everton 1, Crystal Palace 1. This pushes us to the next fixture, which is Ipswich Town versus Sunderland. All these are promoted sides. These two clubs with enormous ambitions, and both know that getting points against the fellow newly promoted teams could prove extremely important in the survival battle. Ipswich have home advantage. Sunderland have the confidence of returning to the Premier League. They have so far spent one season since they returned. Last season they were here. And this could be one of the most competitive fixtures of the weekend. Expect intensity, physical battles, and plenty of nerves. But this game is likely to end in a 1-1 draw. How about Nottingham Forest versus Leeds United? Now this is an interesting one. Nottingham Forest have home advantage while Leeds return with plenty of ambitions. Forest should be difficult to break down. Leeds, meanwhile, will want to play with energy and intensity. The key question is whether Leeds can handle Forest's physicality and transition play. If Forest can win the midfield battle, they have strong chance of winning this game. But I second Nottingham Forest to win. So Nottingham Forest 2, Leeds 1. Brentford versus Tottenham Hotspurs. Wow. Tottenham Hotspurs has been too active in the market. So this could be one of the most entertaining games of match day 1. Brentford at home are never an easy opponent. They are organized, aggressive, and dangerous from set pieces. Tottenham, meanwhile, will want to establish themselves quickly under their new direction. The question is whether Tottenham can handle Brentford's intensity. If Spurs control possession and avoid unnecessary defensive mistakes, they should have enough quality to win. So I back Tottenham to beat Brentford. So Brentford 1, Tottenham 2. Brighton versus Aston Villa. This game will be played on Sunday, 23rd August. So this could be a very technical game, because Brighton traditionally want to dominate possession and build from the back. Aston Villa have the quality to push mistakes and attack quickly. This could be the match where one mistake could determine everything. Villa's experience could be important, but Brighton's home advantage cannot be ignored. So Brighton 1, Aston Villa 1. Manchester City versus Bournemouth. Man City begins at home, but this is a new era for City. Enzo Maresca has taken over from Pep Guardiola, creating one of the biggest managerial storylines of the new campaign. Bournemouth, meanwhile, will be looking to frustrate City and attack when opportunities appear. City should dominate possession. The question is whether they can turn that possession into goals. The opening weekend is also about finding rhythm. So Black Margot Media predictions: Manchester City 3, Bournemouth 1. Newcastle versus Liverpool. This could be the match of the weekend. Newcastle versus Liverpool. This could be the match of the weekend. Newcastle, these are two massive clubs. Two teams with very different stories entering the new season. Liverpool have appointed Aldoni Iraola after a disappointing campaign last season, while Newcastle are also under a new management of Matthias Jaisel. Liverpool are looking to rebuild their challenge. Newcastle are undergoing major changes. That makes a match incredibly difficult to predict. So Liverpool will want to press aggressively under Iraola. Newcastle will want to use their home advantage and exploit spaces in transition. This could be an open game. So Black Margot Media predictions: Newcastle 2, Liverpool 2. Fulham versus Chelsea. This game will be played on Monday, 24th of August. And finally, we finish match day 1 with a London derby, Fulham against Chelsea. This is also the beginning of Xabi Alonso's era at Chelsea. Alonso arrives with enormous expectations. Chelsea have invested heavily and will want to challenge for the Champions League places. Fulham, however, will not simply roll over. A London derby can produce a completely different atmosphere from a normal league game. Chelsea should have more individual quality, but Fulham at home could make it uncomfortable. Black Margot Media predictions: Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. So, here are our predicted results in Black Margot Media. We said Arsenal 3, Coventry City 0. Hull City 1, Manchester United 2. Everton 1, Crystal Palace 1. Ipswich Town 1, Sunderland 1. Nottingham Forest 2, Leeds United 1. Brentford 1, Tottenham Hotspur 2. Brighton 1, Aston Villa 1. Manchester City 3, Bournemouth 1. Newcastle 2, Liverpool 2. Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. These are Black Margot Media predictions, not guaranteed results. Football is unpredictable, particularly an opening weekend. For comparison, one published match day 1 predictions set also as Arsenal beating Coventry. Arsenal beating Coventry 3-0, Manchester United beating Hull City 2-1, Everton drawing with Crystal Palace, Ipswich drawing Sunderland, and Forest beating Leeds United. So, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure you like this video, subscribe to Black Margot Media, turn on the notification bell, and share this podcast with fellow football supporters. Tell us in the comment section about your predictions. Who will win match day 1? Which team will surprise everyone? And most importantly, what is your exact score predictions for Arsenal versus Coventry, Newcastle versus Liverpool, and Manchester City versus Bournemouth? This is Black Margot Media, the heartbeat of the game. Keep following football and keep following the drama and keep following the heartbeat of the game. Let's meet in the next episode. We are out. Thanks for watching.